So, Melissa Everett is a former career consultant whose passion is helping communities figure out what they want to be when they grow up. I think I need some of that advice. She is author of the award-winning Making a Living While Making a Difference and has a PhD from Erasmus University in the Netherlands. As Executive Director of Sustainable Hudson Valley, she has encouraged dozens of local governments to commit to greener practices and create opportunities for green-collar jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a real warm welcome to Melissa Everett.
Well, I am very glad to be here for a number of reasons, including the importance of the event and the spirit of the event and the obvious brilliance of the organization, and the fact that I gave a talk this morning at Gateway Community College in Connecticut and then found my brakes grinding very badly, so took an extra 4 hours and $400 out of the day, and just, if you saw me just coming up the aisle. So I feel so good to be in good hands and a good organization, and to know that the several folks that I've kind of brought in to speak, to participate in a kind of collaborative presentation are all flexible and adaptive as I lay out what I think we're going to do, and they'll be able to just fold right in. Lori has given us a wonderful context about the federal funding and the kind of critical jobs that will be preserved and expanded in this region. What we want to do in kind of several phases is bring to life what the green-collar economy means right here in the Hudson Valley and in the city of Kingston and in the lives of some of the people we know. So I promised to be brief, and I have a total of 12 slides. But we want to do it kind of a couple of parts. The first is, thank you, I'm going to introduce, actually, let's turn off the projector and I'm going to do a little bit of context, or just turn off the lights so that I can see the audience. On Sustainable Hudson Valley and a kind of broad picture on the green economy. And then I have two people. I was asked to kind of bring a team. And so I have Jessica Barry, who is an example of a genuine green-collar professional doing more interesting things than half of my friends. And Patrice Courtney Strong, who has been helping to nurture the energy efficiency economy. And so to gear up, Sustainable Hudson Valley, as Barbara said, has been helping a lot of municipalities to say, yes, we're going green. Yes, we're reducing our carbon emissions by 20%. Yes, we're doing sustainable transportation, whatever it may be. And inevitably, they go a few steps and they get bogged down because they see it as a cost. They see it as an extra thing to do. They see it as something they have to persuade the rest of the community of. And so what we've lately been doing is saying, wait a minute, no, this is economic opportunity in a huge way. And about a year ago, several of the county workforce investment boards got into the act and found substantial funding and got us involved to map out the kinds of occupations and the kinds of industries that we're looking at here. And, you know, just taking a few of the stimulus categories, let me unpack the kinds of jobs that we should see more of. One of the goals of the administration is to weatherize 1 million homes around the country. So suppose, you know, they say that would generate about 70,000 jobs around the country. You know, suppose New York scores 5% of those jobs. It's a few hundred. Suppose some of those are in the Hudson Valley. Those are technician jobs. Those are, you know, analyzing what's gaps in the houses, energy auditors, building. I'm not off the highway enough to do this, I'm sorry. Building analysts, building envelope technicians, heating and air conditioning technicians, plumbers. These are engineering jobs, doing thermostats, controls, modeling of larger buildings. These are architecture jobs. And one of the areas in which we know we do have some funding, at least in the pipeline, is for the workforce investment boards of our Hudson Valley counties, which are getting, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars for training, and especially for what they call individual training allowances to help people who are transitioning from one career to another to cover their costs. So we're at a point of real promise. And I want to stop there for a moment. The second part of my presentation is going to be to say, how does that look right here in Kingston?